The difference between a phenomenal cup of coffee and a good cup of coffee is literally everything. And every single coffee is different. Really trying to find the perfect roast for that specific bean and then being able to share that with our customers, that's fun.
And having that relationship with the farmer is really, really important. Not only are we excellent roasters, but we are masters around sourcing green coffee. Hey, I would like everything that comes off of this western-facing slope because it tastes great, and yes, I can make a commitment for an entire year's worth of coffee, so let's begin, once it harvests, to begin exporting it out to the U.S.
And the reality is there's people that have needs out there, and there's people that have excess capacities. And being able to connect the two through this vehicle of coffee is huge.
We've really had this perspective of partnering with the communities that we're buying a significant amount of coffee from to try to make a significant difference. Roasting is really important because we take the art and science of roasting coffee very seriously, and we create these beautiful beans. It means that we take our 24 kilo roaster and we bump it up to a 140 kilo roaster or a 240 kilo roaster, and we stay with a true drum style of roasting. It starts with a 24 kilo roaster because all of our recipes, since we've been a small little craft coffee company, have been based on this 24 kilo roaster.
Coffee has over 300 different compounds in it, and it's very complex. It's very sophisticated. Making sure that us as craft roasters extract exactly what we want from that bean and then being able to dial that in, and every time that we make that coffee, it is exactly the same, is critical. You know, a Sumatra is going to act different than an African, which is going to be completely different than a high-growth Peruvian, which is going to be different than a Guatemalan. We go to the ends of the earth to ensure that the coffees that we're producing, batch after batch, day after day, is consistent to what we set out to achieve in that cup.
And so, we purposefully put the cupping lab at the very front door of our facility to help drive that transparency in what we're doing and to help drive the importance of the quality of what we're producing every day.
Cupping is the most formal way to do it, but we also test it through a variety of appliances to make sure the end consumer, who may not cup the coffee the way that we're tasting it, is getting a phenomenal experience.
When you talk about craft coffee at scale, the whole concept of conveyance and material management takes on a whole new importance. We've chosen to take an enclosed process, it's actually called a tubular drag system. Fancy words for what looks like something you'd see in the Willy Wonka chocolate factory. And the way that we use the conveyance system is basically a biggie-sized version of how you do it when you're small. As opposed to taking 1 to 10 pounds in a bucket, we're putting 1 to 10 pounds at a time through a conveyance system, but then it's able to convey thousands of pounds per hour. After we roast our coffee, it truly does not get touched by another human hand until it gets opened by you in your kitchen. And that means the freshest of coffee has been roasted. It's been conveyed very quickly into our packaging department. It's been hermetically sealed into a package, and it has not touched air. It has not touched hand, which means that when you get it at home, it's about as fresh as getting it out of our coffee shop.
And to be able to accomplish that, I think, is what craft coffee is at scale. So when you buy that pristine, light roasted, fair trade organic African coffee, it's gonna have those citrus notes and that acidity that you're looking for.
What we've been able to do is not only scale the roasting and the packaging process for national appetite, but we also have, as a company, the sophistication to deliver for those other very large retailers at scale and ensure that we provide awesome coffees every day of the week so their customers coming back to their store to buy more.